Well, good evening. I haven't made a video in a while, and here I am again because I'm getting more time. I'm finally starting to get work stable to where I'm not having to work as hard, and I can spend a little time out here. So, a lot of drama going on. I'm not going to talk about it. I decided against it because it's really not worth it. All it does is it causes more problems. So, that's off the table. What I am going to talk about is how I want people who are hurting right now to just try and find some peace. I want you to find calm. I want you to find a moment to breathe. I don't want you to stress and be hurting and crying, and I'm seeing a lot of that in a lot of channels right now because I'm actually been able to kind of go around and start talking to people and be involved in some of this now again. I just want you to find a way to take a break if you need to and love yourselves. Stop. On YouTube for now. Take a breather. Come back. You don't have to go away. Just take a breath and then come back. So what I mean by that is if you think you're about to stream or anything like that while you're watching this or whatnot, I want you to stop and I want you to push away from the computer. Watch what I'm doing. Just watch this channel for the moment. And I want you to just put your hands down, relax. And I want you to breathe in through your nose, nice and slow. And then out through your mouth. If you can't do that, out through your nose is fine, but out through your mouth. And back in again. Back out. And feel them. I don't want you to think about these breaths as you're doing them. Back in again. And just feel it. Just feel the breath as it's coming in. Nice, refreshing breath. Just breathe in. And then breathe out. And let go. Just let go. Keep doing this for a couple of these things while I talk. Just feel the breath. Allow it to just rest within your lungs and then fall out when you breathe out. Nice and easy. Nothing's going on right now. You don't have to worry about it. Anything that's in the past is already gone. Can't do anything about it. There's nothing in the future you need to worry about until you get to it. You can plan for it, but let's worry about that a little bit later. Everything right now is just focusing on being here and now. I just want you to be here and now. I want you to get some peace. Let's get some calm going. Just breathe in. And breathe out. Let go. Don't have to do anything right now. It's a lot better when you do this. Because then you can take a few moments for yourself. Nobody else. For you. I want you guys to realize that with all the stress that's going on, I also want you to see that there are things that are going on that aren't that important anymore. We can ignore them and just let them go. The funny thing is that, and I'll use this because I do have allergies and need toilet paper for my nose, is the easiest way to put things down at times when you have such a death grip on it is to first start with your fingers. So this is kind of like the metaphor of your mind. You're holding on to it with a death grip. Start, instead of holding on with a death grip, gently let your fingers go. You still have a hold of it, but I want you to just slowly let your mind relax off of it finger by finger. And then you may still have it in your mind, where you're holding on to it and you're looking at it. The next phase is to stop looking at it. And to look away for a bit. And then you can come back and then you can kind of go, all right, let me let go a little bit further. Because there are more important things that I'm dealing with. Family, work, close friends, things that you need to deal with. Those are more important than whatever this is. Whatever's causing the problems out here, the stress and stress, we don't need to deal with that. We need to focus on being with the good things in our lives, regardless of who it is. I don't care who it is that you love or like or whatever. You go do that. You do that awesome stuff that you need to do. Love everybody that you have that loves you. Love the death out of them. Love them in spite of the fact of even if they're angry with you. Love them. Hug your kids. Hug your family. Take the time to sit down and say to that friend, you know what? I want to find time to sit there and just talk with you because, I just feel like I need to show my appreciation for you. And then this becomes easier. You may still have a hold of it. But it's not as important anymore because you got all this awesome going on. Because negative thoughts don't have as much power as good thoughts. They don't. So the more time you keep putting into the good things, and even if you are streaming online and drama tries to creep in, and then you have to think on it again, you don't have as much strong of a hold on it because now you're like, I got all this important stuff over here. I don't have time for this other stuff. I'm going to go back to look into this as maybe it's time to let it go. Let it be. It's not important anymore. A lot of people are hurting out there. There's a lot of drama. I can't stand the fact that all these people are hurting. I know I can't control it either. There's nothing I can do about stopping people from hurting, which just kills me even further because I'm just wanting you not to stress, strain. I'm trying to bring peace here. I'm trying to bring something that's going to make it so that you can breathe. You can get all that stress out of you. And if you can't do the breathing exercise I talked about, when you can, go to a park. Preferably not now, because right now it's kind of late here. During the day, really. Hopefully it's not raining or anything like that. Or even if you have to go to a coffee shop, just find a spot to go sit. Have a beverage, like coffee, hot cocoa if you don't drink coffee, or if you want something else, Pepsi, Coke, whatever it is you like to drink, Dr. Pepper, whatever. And just sit. Take some time for yourself. Take a step away. There's a lot of people that love you out there, and I love every one of you, no matter what anybody says, because, man, there's a lot of people who are saying a lot of garbage about me. You know what? I still love them even. I don't know why they feel they need to do that, but that's fine. I can't do anything about it. But I love them in spite of the matter. I don't care if they want to hate me. I love them. There's a lot of lies that happen, too, but you know what? Can't control that either, but I still love them. I want you guys to realize it's time to just step away from all the drama. Let it go. Go back to doing what you're doing that you were really good with. Go back to doing the good that we had so many channels that were doing so many amazing things, talking about all kinds of cool stuff. Let's go back to doing that. This is getting out of hand to where people are now, we're not even doing what we normally did before. I've been away doing work. I haven't had time for anything. And then I come back into a whirlwind of hearing a whole mass of garbage that's been happening. Let's get back to doing these cool things. I've seen craft channels. I love this one channel where this guy he turns wood. He does stuff with lathes and resin and makes these really cool bowls or vases. He does all kinds of cool stuff with a lathe that I think is neat. There's people that I've seen that actually got into, there's a channel that I was watching that had to do with some scientific stuff that was kind of cool, to where they were actually finally able to video record the speed of light, which was cool. Now, these aren't necessarily our immediate community channels, but these are the things I'm talking about, and people talk about these things. And then we bring in great ideas that people then, I've seen a couple of people who started a business out of all this stuff. Just stuff that we're talking about. And then they're actually going out and, they found something that has to do with their crafts. And they're going out and now they're on Etsy. They're selling their stuff. They're doing a great job. Let's do this again. Let's do this kind of stuff. If you have a channel that's uplifting, get back into uplifting people. Let's get away from the negativity. This is getting ridiculous. I've seen too many people hurt with this. For those who want to do the hate and all that stuff, well, we can't stop you from doing the hate, but we sure aren't going to sit there and, pay attention anymore. We're done. For those of us who I have also spoke with, we're done. We're going to start doing the positive things again and you want to trash us, go ahead, but we're done. We're done with you. We want to do positive, and we're going to do that. And we're going to be smiling and happy in spite of all the negativity, in spite of all the hate. We're going to do the positive thing and lift people back up by doing the stuff that we used to do before, the crafts, the entertainment, the lifting up, all of that. This is what we're going to do. And if anybody's out there and has been upset and hurt about all these things that have been going on, and you want to join in on the idea of uplifting, you don't even have to be part of anything of what I'm doing, what anybody else is doing. Do your own thing. If you want to actually get out there and do positive, lift yourself up and get out there and get to it. You're doing awesome. You deserve it. You're worthy of it. You don't have to go into this negative cycle. We can break this cycle. We can stop these people from doing these things. And we can love everything of our lives again. Don't buy into the hate. And if you find somebody who's getting into this at this point in time, I tried to sit there and say love them in spite of it and everything like that, and go try and convince them to go back to doing the awesome thing. There are a lot of people who aren't doing that. So let's just ignore it and go back to doing positive. We're going to do great stuff. And I believe that strongly. So for those who are actually interested in doing that, go for it. I encourage you to do it. Don't do it just because I'm saying it. Do it for yourself. Do it because you actually need it. Smile. You're worthy. You deserve it. You are loved. You are appreciated. Go do those awesome things again. Even if I haven't been part of your channel, you know what? I may not even know you from anything or very much, but I still want you to go out and do it for yourself and for your subscribers because they deserve it as well. Go do the awesome stuff. Be the awesome person you already are. And if you can't see it, whenever you decide to stream, or if I'm on somebody's stream and you see me and you just need some encouragement, uplifting situation, ask me. How is it that I can see this stuff in you when you can't? I'll tell you. I know exactly the reason why. It's because I've seen so many things within myself that at times I didn't believe it until all of a sudden I had somebody who was kind enough to tell me there's something always special within you that always wants to cry out to be great, to be awesome and wonderful. And it deserves all the love, respect, all of the things that are good that could possibly come into the world. It deserves all of that if you just express it and let it come out in a way that's positive. The minute you go negative, though, is when it dies. And you can't do that. You gotta feed that side of you that needs to flourish, because then that's where, if you don't, this is when things like depression and all the cloistering yourself inside of a house, not wanting to go out. I mean, I understand all that stuff very well, where you get depressed and you just don't want to do anything. Express who you are about the idea of the things that you have to share in this world. Maybe you like to sit there and take popsicle sticks and create art out of it. Cool. What color are you going to paint them? What are you going to make? I'm okay with that. That sounds kind of neat. Even though it sounds kind of, boringly ordinary to some people, maybe you're going to create something that's fantastic that I haven't seen before. I'm willing to watch. I got a little bit of time now. I can actually kind of put a little time to watching this. Or maybe you want to sit there and do crochet. I've seen a really cool, this Halloween costume I've seen right now. Someone's grandma was a film buff, and she did an entire outfit as an alien from the movie Aliens for her grandson. The head and everything. All crochet. Cool. Totally cool. Totally cool. That's something I'd love to see. Maybe you're the type of person that likes to sit there and talk about, the flavors of beer. And you want to sit there and talk about, how it is that you can pair it up with a meal. Well, I know how to do that. I wouldn't mind listening to that. I don't drink anymore, but that's fine. Or maybe you like model railroad. Or maybe you like, trucks and working on them. Maybe you're the mechanic. I love to watch that. Maybe you're the type of person that sits there and, wants to talk about the paranormal. Or maybe you're want to talk about, different social issues that you feel that need to be discussed because the fact, they feel like they're getting out of hand or this or that. Then go ahead and do it. Please express yourself. Get out there and do that awesome stuff. Just let the negativity go. I mean, again, just starts Let your fingers relax in your mind. Let that issue go a little bit. Then you start kind of working on it a bit more, bit. Start focusing on other things. Starts to get a lot easier. And eventually, if you just keep at it and you keep doing the positive things, these negative thoughts fall off. That's all I really have to say tonight. I hurt for all of you. I do. I hurt. Even the ones that don't like me out there that I'm finding, I hurt for you that you even feel this way and believe lies or that you make them up about me. I hurt for you, and I want you to find peace. Let's get to the peace. Let's get back to doing those good things that we used to do. And if you can't figure this out and you have that problem and you got to keep hating on people, I can't stop you, but man, why? Is that important? Did you forget who you are? That you can do good? You can go do good. You can do great, in fact, if you just let yourself. Find people who love you. Reach out to them and love them back. Start looking at the positives. Get away from the negatives. If you're so worried about everything that's going on there, just let it go. It ain't that important. It's never been that important. It's sad to think that I've been working so hard that I've missed out on some of this. I could have hopefully stopped some of it ahead of time to help out where, things could have been alleviated before it got crazy. And I wish I could have been out here to try and say the exact thing I'm saying tonight. Let's focus on getting away from that stuff. Focus on the positive. Let's get going back to what we know and what we do. We're not these negative people. We're awesome people. We're wonderful people. And that goes for every one of us. I don't care who you are. If you think you don't like me, okay. You might have me figured wrong. Why don't you come talk to me? You don't believe me? Come talk to me. I'll talk with you. I will listen. I'm not going to yell at you. I'm not going to do anything. I will talk with you. I have yet to see my Twitter touch one thing of one message from anybody. Come talk to me. I will love the death out of you. I will love you in spite of you. Even if you hate me, I will love you. That's who I am. You don't think that's true? Well, I don't know what to tell you. You can believe whatever you want, but it's just, I will love you regardless. All right, y'all. Have a good night. May God's blessings wash all over you. Love and light for those who don't believe in God. And find peace, please. Take care.